Hello, my dear intuitive academic. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Shelly, and I use my intuition and my lived experience as a PhD to offer guidance for grad students, most especially, but also any academic at any stage of the career. So today I wanted to do a bibliomancy type of reading. So what we're going to do is start with a book to give us a direction to take the reading and then use the cards from there. So I was just wandering the library the other day and I grabbed a few books that stood out to me, and this book, Everyday Plant Magic, Change Your Life Through the Magical Energy of Nature, stood out to me. And so I grabbed it, and again, out of my pile of books, library books today, this one stood out again. So I'm going to use this one for our reading to determine our direction today. So let's just be open to whatever message comes through in our guidance, and hopefully it gives you some sort of ideas of where to probably address something you're dealing with in your life. But if it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. No need to make this message fit if it's not really resonating with you. Okay, so with that, I'm just going to let my finger do the guiding and open to the page Salvia or Sage. Oh, so appropriate, I think, for an academic community. So I'm just going to read a few kind of points from here. There's all this information about what chakras Sage rules and the crystals that work with it, a way to purify your home. Oh yeah, I'm remembering now that Sage is very popular for cleansing your home of unwanted energies through smoke. Some of the words associated with this are abundance, clarity, fresh starts, healing, purification, protection, sanctification, and wisdom. So interesting how all of these are kind of associated with Sage. I'm already kind of seeing with clarity and wisdom as kind of, guiding energies for us academics. Also being associated here is healing, purification, and protection. So I'm almost already seeing a message about obtaining clarity and wisdom, or walking the path to clarity and wisdom by paying attention to how we heal and purify and protect ourselves along the way. This is kind of like an important, I would say, reminder for us to not abandon self-attention, like self-care, self-protection, because we all know academia can be a little bit of a rocky environment, and protecting yourself needs to happen as a routine. I will say that. Protection needs to happen as a routine. Healing has to happen as a routine. Detoxifying, purifying has to happen as a routine. So I see this message already coming through with our Sage friend. I'm going to read some of this. So Sage implies a wise plant elder, generous and sharing gifts of purification, protection, and sanctification. Recently, the practice of sage smudging has become incredibly popular, so popular that white sage has become endangered in some areas due to overharvesting. Oh no. This thoughtless consumption of a sacred plant dishonors the indigenous ways of working with plant magic. Instead of buying white sage or smudge sticks from unknown sources, make your own herbal smoke wands with all types of sage, along with other purifying and abundant herbs like rosemary and lavender. If you grow the herbs in your garden, even better. The more connected you are to the plants, the more powerful the magic you create together will be. Oh, such a cool message. I can see this meaning or reminding us that we don't need to consume thoughtlessly to help kind of like heal our wounds. We don't need to get this medicine. We don't need to get this product, this like latest watch that will help us, understand our body more. It's all kind of, don't forget that it's within us, and we can go in that direction instead and work together with the plants, with the earth, to protect, heal ourselves, and become wise through that process. So it's about kind of like changing your relationship with the things that you consume as well. Thinking of it more as a process of working together rather than something that you buy to solve a problem, like an instant kind of resolution. Trying to get away from that way of thinking as your best path forward for whatever you're dealing with. Let's see. Sage promotes mental clarity and abundance, enhances our ability to fully sense and appreciate the flow with the life, affirming energies that surround us, and helps us dispel the cluttered energies that sometimes bombard us. Oh, so I see kind of like the idea of a protective energy shell becoming important here as well. So again, the idea of routine process in the service of self-protection and self-care being a big part of the message. With her ability to energetically wipe the slate clean, Sage reminds us that new beginnings are always available when we learn to let go. Okay, something to kind of keep in mind as we go through the reading. So I'll just maybe push this up to the side so that we can be reminded that Sage is part of our reading here. Or maybe below is better. Okay, so let's see what messages we have to reflect on, incorporating the Sage Salvia energy: protection, wisdom, clarity, self-healing, self-care. How is that going to be important for us for whenever we're watching this reading? So we're starting off with the Queen of Wands energy. Oh, and that kind of adds a lot of meaning in my perspective to what we're reading here with the Salvia. Because the Queen of Wands is this like self-possessed kind of like, I want to say fierce energy, but fierce in multiple ways. So it doesn't need to be like a classic type of like American understanding of fierce, but there's many kind of ways that this energy kind of fiercely defends, protects, stands for what their morals are, and carries a lot of intuitive insight while also kind of like harnessing that insight to project forward creative new ideas for dealing with things, particularly like social problems, humanitarian, social justice type issues, or creative solutions, innovative solutions that will also have like a social benefit, not limited to, any type of field, just that general direction. And we also have the staff with the sunflower here, focusing on kind of like joy and harmony being like the central motivating energy behind the creative energies here as well. So that's the central energy we're starting with here. So this is like a very strong energy. I feel like it's reminding you that you are the queen energy, the queen of creativity, that you have a burning direction and purpose, and together with the sage, to kind of protect that, remember your own wisdom, protect it, use it to heal yourself and to heal others in whatever direction that's taking you in your career and personal life. So we're also getting the Six of Wands reversed and the Four of Cups. So this is speaking to me about an internal milestone that you might have hit, that you might not be celebrating outright. It's not like something you put on your CV, for example, but there's something internally that you've kind of like leveled up on, and you're kind of finding great resolve in this, a great sense of satisfaction, because you know you've hit this milestone for yourself and you're carrying that forward into the next phase of your life. And you're also kind of being patient with something that's being offered to you. I see this being very balanced right now, that you're kind of, you've got what you need with these 3 cups here. You're not yet ready to throw a 4th cup into the mix, whatever that is, like an opportunity, a new offer of partnership, a new idea that you want to work with, maybe even a new direction that you're bringing your expertise towards, you know, like, so maybe stepping away from academia and into a more applied direction is on the table, but you're taking your time to consider that first. I see a lot of this, the Sage energy happening in the Four of Cups and the Six of Wands reversed, of just keeping the internal balance to kind of also help you keep the external world in balance with yourself. Oh, speaking of balance, we got the balance card, Two of Pentacles coming through, and followed by the Eight of Swords. Let me just check that you can see all of this. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we were just speaking about balance, and the Two of Pentacles is all about finding the balance in what you have presently. And I also feel that finding the balance, what you have presently in this reading, is going to help you manage what's to come. That's kind of essential right now. Balance, 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 internal satisfaction with what you've already achieved, remembering the wisdom you have already to kind of strengthen and ground you and guide you forward. The Eight of Swords is, I feel like we're going to get more clarification as we continue with the cards, but this is already kind of hinting at, in terms of the balance, that you yourself might be throwing yourself off balance with your own thoughts. But it's not just you, right? There's something external happening here that is, like, I would say, like, triggering you to think these thoughts. So the idea here is the person is feeling extremely bound and limited because they're surrounded by swords, they have a blindfold, they're tied with a rope. But the idea in this card is that, like, how much of that is actually your perception of the situation, that you're limiting yourself with your thoughts, and how much of that is, like, actually reality. And so a lot of this balance, if you keep nurturing it, like, you know, the sage plant, keep growing with it as a process, you'll be able to directly overcome this energy that's clamping you on something kind of significant right now. It's kind of limiting you, kind of caging you, and it's a bit of your own kind of understanding of the situation mentally, your own worries around it, and it's a bit of, there is something there that is to worry about, that's triggering you. But it's a matter of being able to understand what's happening, and internally and externally, and navigate how you're going to respond to that situation. Because I see this not as something that will overwhelm you, something that you can learn to manage and sidestep around, and that will be a useful skill going forward. That will be a lifelong skill that will help you kind of level up in your career as you go forward. Then we also have the High Priestess reverse. So these two are very related. The High Priestess reverse would speak to feeling muddy or unclear about something internally, like not being able to connect with your internal guidance on a matter and see that clearly. Yeah, and in relation to the Queen of Wands, you see, I'm seeing like the Queen of Wands looking at the High Priestess like for guidance, maybe like the inner self, the higher self, and it's not coming through. It's turned upside down. It's not clear. She's even looking away. What we want is them to be in communication with each other, in harmony. So that's the goal here with all the work that you're doing to balance and heal internally and to protect yourself, your energy, so that you can get to this place of ease of communication to your inner knowledge, because right now it's blocked. And then last, you got the Page of Cups reversed. So let me settle on that for a minute. I'm actually not readily seeing the connection here. I'm seeing it to the Four of Cups right away and the Two of Pentacles. So we have like the ocean, of course, happening in the Two of Pentacles. And then the Cups relationship with the Four of Cups. I almost feel like this Page of Cups is the offer that's coming to you that you're holding off on for now. So this really does speak to like an idea or a partnership or a project in the beginning stages, and it really speaks to something a little bit more unexpected, a little bit that you're unsure about, a little bit of a risk maybe. And I don't see this as being a wrong choice, but I see it as you need to get really stable in your internal balance, your self-confidence, to allow the creativity and the knowledge to flow through to make this project a success. So that's why it's not necessarily the wrong project for you. I think it might be the wrong project for now, and you just need a little bit more time. For some reason, the timing of 2 months is coming into my head very clear. So it's not even that long. You just need something like 2 months, which would be, at the time of this reading, the beginning of 2024, as maybe more the timing that you need, and maybe the timing that everything else in the situation needs to conspire for success. But again, this reading is speaking more towards your internal wisdom, and maybe like preparing for that 2 months to get to this point where you're ready to take that cup and ride with it into success. So this is a success card, all the celebration happening. Okay, so I see that completely as the message here. I want to pull one oracle card to kind of like help you on your way to this. And so we're going to use this Woodland Warden's deck. I'm just going to ask, what's one piece of advice that can help you as you're accepting this cup, as you're achieving balance in the next 2 months or so, or as we go into 2024? Okay, I'm feeling this. So we have the Hare and Oak, new opportunities. So it really is a new opportunity for you. And I want to read from the book to see what they say about handling new opportunities. And I'm also seeing you have a 3 here, and it's making me think of the 3 cups that you have here. And so I think that's going to be kind of key into balancing, retaining what you've got with the 3 cups so that the 4 cups doesn't overspill them. Okay, let me look that up really quick. Okay, the Hare and Oak, new opportunities. Hares are often symbols of fertility and love, associated with the Celtic goddess Esther. They represent springtime, a season of birth and abundance. Oh, we saw this word abundance in the sage already. A variety of ancient cultures have linked the oak tree with bravery and vitality. So bravery, an important aspect to how you approach this question of inner balance again. In ancient Greece, the oak was revered as the tree sacred to Zeus. In Norse mythology, it represented the tree of life. And in ancient Celtic and Druid cultures, the oak was associated with the god Dagda, that I'm not familiar with, but maybe that's something you can get more information on. So upright, a celebration of good fortune is in order. If you have been in a caregiving role, this is a reminder that your sacrifices will be repaid. So if this resonates with you, like maybe you were something of a mediator or a caregiver in a certain project, like everything kind of hinged on you to maintain it. And maybe that's what put you out of balance, that external pressure of the project and you needing to maintain it. This will be recognized. This will be repaid. But there can also be this energy of the reverse. Themes of neglect and empty promises abound. Perhaps your hard work isn't paying off in the manner expected. Try connecting with the hare, a creature of great energy and fruitfulness, to power through the difficult times ahead. What can I celebrate today? What existing opportunities should I follow up on? I'm honestly feeling that the reverse meaning or the reverse advice is a little bit more appropriate to this reading. So themes of neglect and empty promises are hovering over this reading as well. And that being possibly what's creating this imbalance that you're finding you need to balance and take time for reflection before you accept anything new. Also, what's kind of fueling the negative self-talk that might be making a situation a little bit more mentally difficult to handle than it needs to be. Try connecting with the hare. So I want to think about this, connecting with the hare and the sage together, and the oak. So you have new opportunities coming in. Abundance came through in both cards, so this is very like a great opportunity for you. It's just a matter, like I said, of being prepared to handle that opportunity. There's clarity and wisdom integrated into here, enthusiasm, healing, purification, protection, as you as the hare kind of like bound off into this direction. Yeah, the hare has a very fast energy. We've got kind of like a slow down message and take care of yourself happening through the cards. So this opportunity might come up very fast, but honestly, give yourself at least 2 months to take care of yourself first. Don't neglect that. To protect yourself. This might be like energetically, and it could be your own ideas that need protection from, you know, whatever partnership you enter into. It could be different versions of protection. So heal and protect and purify are the words really standing out to me in your progress towards this new opportunity. But get those in place and everything will turn out fine. Everything, you'll be able to receive things as from a place of power as you need to. So again, that central energy card is the Queen of Wands. That's both who you already are. You have that strong, self-assured, confident leader kind of quality happening here. Joyful leader, creative leader. You need to go through these steps to reconnect to that energy because it's within you already. It's a little bit off balance, but this is, once you get on that process, you land here again, then you can accept this opportunity with confidence and go full speed ahead again. Alright, so that's your reading, and I hope that you found some insight from this message. It sounds like you've got some work ahead of you. You've got like the winter months to kind of hibernate and work on yourself, so it's a convenient timing. Sending you all the love and luck as you go through on that, and hoping that you continue to work with love, my dear intuitive academic, and see you on the next reading.